Yo, yo, yo.
What up, dear people?
Hey,
What
hey,
up,
hey.
y'all? Got Monica and Tex in his ears. And I got Woody's coming on here in a minute. He's just trying to navigate his way to the stage. So if I have to dip out for a second, that is the reason why. I have to talk him through it. But so how's everyone doing? Monica?
I'm doing good. I'm kind of bummed that Val Kilmer died, though,
Yeah.
because I really love Val Kilmer. You know, I think
Yeah,
he's such an incredible actor, and I'm so sad. And we'll talk about it on my show next week. But some of my favorite movies of his, like Thunderheart, was one of my favorites. And then, of course, Tombstone, because who didn't love him as Doc Holliday, you know? He played the hell out of
the best version of Doc Holliday on film, as far as I'm concerned.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Let me go try to talk this cat through it, and then I'll be right back. Y'all continue. Thunderheart is very underrated as far as I'm concerned.
It is, and it's kind of a bummer that more people don't know about it.
Yeah, I saw it when it first came out, but I hardly remember anything about it. I need to watch it again.
Oh, you got to watch it again.
I just caught up I'm all caught up, I think. Unless I haven't seen today's episode on Yellow Jackets.
Okay.
Wasn't sure I was going to like it. I didn't know what it was all about, and I got into it. And I'm like, oh, it's pretty cool.
Have you read any of the books?
I have not. I hadn't even heard about this thing.
No, not Yellow Jacket books, but the books that we were talking about on my show a couple of weeks ago.
No, I'm lucky to read my own name here the last couple of weeks.
Oh, yeah. Somebody said Mad Mardigan. So, yeah, that was his character in Willow. And Willow is pretty good. And Willow kind of touches on some folklore, right? There was some fae in there. You've got brownies and dwarves, I guess.
That's something else I need to rewatch of his too. So,
Willow.
Yeah.
That's where he met his wife.
Here's Woody.
Hey, Woody.
Hey, Woody.
So we got Monica and Tex. Woody Tex.
Nice to meet you, Tex.
Nice to meet you too.
Yeah, how you doing, Miss Monica?
I'm good. How are you, Woody? It's been a long time.
I know. It's been crazy.
We were just getting down on the RIP to it already slipped me.
Val Kilmer.
Val Kilmer.
Oh yeah, that's a bummer, isn't it?
Right?
Lee. One of my favorites, man.
I mean, he was such a good actor, and for anybody who doesn't know it, he was also a good artist. I mean,
yeah,
it was very contemporary art, but I liked it. I liked his art pieces.
Yeah, he was a great guy. Great guy.
Here's a fun fact. If you buy the actual soundtrack to the movie The Doors, that's all Val Kilmer. It's not Jim Morrison.
Yeah.
Singing through the whole soundtrack. Yeah.
And
that's how he got. Yeah, he sang through the movie, but the whole actual CD soundtrack. I guess if you have to buy CDs anymore,
he was really good in that movie.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, he's just talented all the way around. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard that he was actually signing checks, Jim Morrison.
I
believe that because he was definitely a method actor, so he'd immerse himself.
Yeah, he did immerse himself. I believe it.
I even thought he made a decent Batman. That's just me.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You know that.
He made it decent everything. I liked him in I always want to call it The Spy, but that's not the name of it, where he's an agent that changes The Saint.
I thought you. What was the ridiculous one they used in? It was kind of like Naked Gun, but he was like Top Secret. Yeah.
The one with the cows.
Yeah. And he was
Yeah.
Real Genius. He was in Real Genius. I loved him
Yep.
there. I think that was the first movie I ever saw him in, was Real Genius.
I can tell you the first one. I mean, I know it was Doors era, maybe. Because see, when I saw the
I remember
when I
seeing
saw
him.
when I saw the Doors, I remember getting so immersed into it and watching it over and over and over that
Yeah.
whenever I would see real pictures of Jim Morrison, I was like, dude, that don't look like Jim Morrison.
Yep. I did the same thing. Like, that ain't Jim Morrison. He's supposed to look like Val Kilmer.
Right?
Yeah, he really got into that role, man. Remember that scene where he like stomps the turkey to death, or no, it was a duck, right?
Yeah, the
For
duck.
Thanksgiving. Just,
Yeah.
well, it's already dead.
You
But
burnt the duck.
yeah. Give me death.
Mhm.
Great.
I just
actor,
remember
man.
the Lizard King on the roof.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you know, he was in that really good Native American movie. What was it?
Thunderheart.
We were just talking about Thunderheart.
Yeah, man. Golly.
There's
That
a
was,
lot of good
a
actors.
lot of the stuff that happened in Thunderheart is true. That's a true story.
Oh yeah. Yeah. That actually I was in that area. If that's the area I'm thinking of, where they're like stealing.
Uranium off the res up in the Dakotas.
Oh, never mind. That's not where I was in a place when I was in Monument Valley that was it was kind of like the same thing where I guess people were stealing, white man was stealing something from them in those hills, and they're multicolored. It's really pretty rock, whatever it is, but I'll have to go back and look. That was by Monument Valley. Kind of similar
That's cool.
thing. Yeah.
Well, I didn't know this, but Top Secret was his first film.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, he did a damn good job for his first film.
Yeah.
No kidding.
I love that one scene where the waiter's speaking German to him. He's like, I don't know. And she's like, oh, I know a little German. He's right over there. It's like little dude. He's like, hi. No, little German. But yeah, so we've all kind of taken breaks this whole freaking month, especially me. I haven't been on, and I don't think I've done a show on my channel in the whole month of freaking May, actually, into February, close to May. But yeah, so just play a little catch up. Start with Monica. What you've been up to for the last
No
month?
good as usual.
Yeah.
What do I do?
that's
I
good.
mean, what do I ever do? So let's see. The month of March, I went to California for a week for spring break with Lucas. And then I came back and we were in San Antonio, but last weekend, right? The last weekend in March for the Lone Star Paracon. So it was me and Tex and the Blondes and Booze, and Josh Turner showed up. There was just a little bit of everybody there.
Oh, yeah.
It was a lot of fun, though. Like, after parties are always like where it's happening. I mean, I understand people go to conferences to meet and talk and listen to speakers, but I've been to so many of them in my life. I'm just like, I don't want to listen to people talk. I'm here to party. I'm here to party, man.
Hell yeah.
I go to network, and I go to, hang out with friends because, we got friends that come out of state and everything, and that's the only time we get to see them. So go hang out with them, and I made some new friends too, so that's always cool.
Well, yeah,
yeah.
because drinking Tex always makes new friends. He's a sociable man, that Tex Wesson.
You noticed that, did you?
Oh, yes, I did. He even got me to go up and sing karaoke with him.
Oh, there you go.
Monica singing karaoke.
Monica
Sweet.
screeched karaoke is what she did.
Oh.
We sang Dwight Yoakam's
Fast as You.
Fast as You together.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I got
What
another
about
one.
you?
We'll have to sing in Richmond at the next conference. We'll have to sing because I was listening to it today. The Post Malone and Wallen song. I Had Some Help.
I
Oh,
haven't heard that one.
I was, when I was thinking about this after my memory started coming back, and I'm like, how did we not sing Putting on the Ritz
From
from Young Frankenstein?
That's hilarious. Well,
Put
it
it
doesn't,
on
it's not
the
a
ridge.
song. It's just part where yeah.
That would be my part in the whole song. It'd be like freezing outside. Put it on the ridge.
But it was
Oh,
it's the
yeah.
first time I've done karaoke. And then
Yeah,
I got up there
the
with
last time.
yeah, and the last time. Well, maybe I mean if it's with you, I'll do it. But I got up there with Krista. Brandy ducked out like a chicken, and she like straight up ran. And some lady, she was very sweet. I don't know her name. Was up there, and I don't know if I have a naturally loud voice. I just do. It's from ages and ages of cheerleading, like from the diaphragm. Like I can clear a room if I need. Like I can shout, and my voice is just naturally broadcasting. And I don't know if it's because of that. All I could hear was me singing when I got up there with Krista and everybody, and I was like, "Sing, sing."
The only
up here, sing.
the only one I saw was of course him do Folsom Prison Blues, which he did a phenomenal job.
Holy cow. Was that Brad?
Yeah, that was, I mean, good God,
He sounded just like Cash. I mean,
Yeah.
just like Cash. That
It
And
was
where was
great.
this at? In
um
San Antonio?
it was north of San Antonio.
It was
The
an
after
old school bowling alley,
Polo. But
It was Church, Texas.
yeah, we were in shirts. The conference itself was in shirts.
Universal City. That's
Oh, okay.
Woody's backyard right there.
That's
Yeah,
what I was
yeah, that's
saying.
right.
I was staying at the Super 8 in Universal.
Oh, okay.
And the
Springfield
first
Suites.
that Friday, me and Nick, we showed up about 1:30, so we couldn't check in, right?
Mhm.
So I'm like, well, hell, let's just go have a beer. Well, so we found a little bar called Billy D's.
Billy D's, yep.
That's a great freaking bar.
It's a little place, but it's pretty good. It's pretty hopping on Saturdays.
That's a great freaking bar. I got a video of Vanessa, the owner, showing me the Sasquatch poster, the Jack Link's poster in the ladies' bathroom.
Oh, that's cool. Heck yeah, man. They're starting to catch on. See, they're starting to catch on out here.
When
Sasquatch
it was
thing
funny.
was so underground.
It was funny because once they found out what we were doing in town, everybody in the bar was telling me a story.
Yeah,
Oh, that's
heck
cool.
yeah.
And but yeah, it was. We met some great. We went there at 1:30. We was going to just have a beer and go check in about 3, maybe grab a nap, that kind of thing, and then hook up with everybody. Well, we ended up staying at the damn bar till 10:30 at night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what happens, right? A few drinks and start meeting interesting people.
You know the
great,
dude
man.
that plays Sasquatch for Jack Links. He was also I forgot his freaking name. I've met him multiple times. He was also Jason in the remake, and he was in Jason versus Freddy, and he was also Michael Myers in Halloween Kills.
Oh, no
So
shit.
Sasquatch is Jason and Michael Myers.
Wow.
I'll be damned.
Yeah,
It's a big dude.
yeah, he is. Man, I
Yeah.
can't remember. I got his freaking autograph literally right over there. I can't remember his name off the top of my head. But yeah, he's a really cool dude. He loves drinking whiskey.
Yeah.
Last time we saw him,
Him and Tex will get right along.
yeah, him, me, and Texel, it'll be great. But yeah, last time he came out to the gas station, it was him and his, I think it was his wife or girlfriend or companion or whatever. But man, we went through like 3 bottles of freaking whiskey within like maybe a 2.5 hour time limit.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
You got hospitalized.
we got shitty drunk. Yeah, it was great.
That's sloppy drunk, dude. Wow.
I may have done that Saturday night.
Right. Yeah.
Tex had one of the half bottles. You had
Right.
it was
Oh,
adorable.
the little.
Yeah. It wasn't like a little tiny one that you get in your
Oh,
Christmas.
not
It was like
those.
a half of a full bottle.
Yeah.
But I
Oh.
turn around and it's gone. I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah, I killed that.
Yeah,
So
those
what
go
was this
pretty quick.
conference about? Like,
Paranormal
what was-
conference.
Yeah,
oh,
it's
that's
just
cool. Man, I wish
everything. Yeah.
I wish I would have known about that. I would have probably went to that. I like going to those.
I should have done my due diligence and told you. I didn't even think about it.
Yeah, I
You
mean, I
probably
like
weekend before,
going to
dude.
those. I meet some really cool people every time. Like last time, who was that guy? Lyle Blackburn. He was so cool, so nice.
Oh yeah, Lyle's
Oh,
awesome.
yeah, Lyle's
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah,
the
I
week-
got his,
Ken was at this one. Ken Gerhardt was at this one.
Yeah.
oh yeah, he's from here. He's from San Antonio.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, good dude.
Yeah,
man.
Lyle did the Cult Classics convention the weekend before.
Oh, did he?
He had a table and he did what do you call it, a panel, and then the band Ghoultown played. They went
Yeah.
on. They headlined Saturday night. Yeah.
Oh, that's sweet. He's getting ready to go to Europe to play over there with Ghoultown.
You know,
Mhm.
what was interesting about him is I think I told y'all on a podcast. I've done so many where I'm kind of buzzed, so I don't remember if I already said it. Just stop me. But we were talking about the Dallas music scene. He was talking about Pantera's old days, man. It was pretty interesting.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
He's-
My
he knows
husband
a
used to go
lot of
down there.
people.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was very interesting talking to him about that stuff. That was really
Yeah.
neat.
I saw
He still
Pantera's
knows
bass.
everybody
I
down
saw
there.
Pantera's bass player eat a shot glass at the bar I was working at.
Oh yeah, when was that?
That was back in the '80s, dude.
Yeah, Rex.
Back when they was playing Joe's Garage over there on the west side of Fort Worth, and
Yeah,
I got you.
Golly.
And I used to bounce over at I got you and on Camp Bowie, and they played over there one night, and yeah, they got that night was crazy.
Dude,
oh my
I
God.
can imagine. They don't do that like they used to, man.
No,
Oh, yeah, no. Yeah,
their
age
freaking groupie scene was insane, dude.
Yeah. Oh, I bet, man. Yeah, see, that's music's dying. It's I don't know. I'm 46 years old. I can't keep up with it, but thank
Yeah,
God
no.
my kids like real music, and they're stuck in the 90s metal, and I'm totally cool with that.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now I had to go down a rabbit hole just to find out who that King Von dude was because it kept like popping up. I'm like, who's this rapper? I don't even know what. So like, I literally had to go like documentary, like an old man, go like documentary style to figure out who this kid was. You know, I'm like, oh.
Yeah.
I have to Google all kinds of crap. I feel so old. I feel so old.
Yeah, man.
I don't even
I
want to
tried
hear
to ask my youngest daughter what yeet meant, and she was like 16, 17 at the time. And I was like, the fuck is yeet? She
Did
goes,
she yeet your hat across the room?
she goes, it's more of a, she couldn't even define it for me. She goes, it's like a like it's like a feeling. And I was like, no, it's not.
Oh, yeah.
Like
Yeah.
to throw or something, right? It's like to toss
Yeah.
something.
Yeah. it's
Right.
to,
Yeah.
like, throw it out there.
Yeah.
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 It's
What
my-
is that?
like
What are y'all talking about? I
youngest
never even
sister
heard
like
what
that.
y'all talking about.
it's just,
I never
it's,
even heard
it's
what y'all
new
were talking
slang. Yeah, it's new slang. It'd be like, oh, did you see how I yeeted my beer can right in the middle of that bonfire?
Yeah, they just
Like,
yeeted that right over there. Yeah.
about. What are y'all saying? Eve?
Yeet.
Y-E-E-T.
Yeet.
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah.
If you haven't heard it come out of somebody's mouth, you're ahead of the game.
Yeah. Congratulations, because I envy you. Because I hate that, man. My
If
kid's
if
talking.
that little kid of mine walks in here, you can ask him. He'll say shit. He says crazy shit all the time.
Yeah. No, it's gotten to the point where so my oldest son, Jason, he's gonna be 19, and he came over, it was a few months back, and he came over, and my 10-year-old comes out and starts talking slang to him, blah blah blah, stuff I don't even know what the fuck they're saying. And Jason like sits back and he's like, what the fuck does that mean? He's like, dude, you don't know what skibbity whatever means, blah, and I'm like, yeah, and I'm like, and I looked at him and I was just like smiling. He's like, fuck you, Dad. I was like, yeah, see how the coin flips.
How can you not know what skibbity means? Come on,
Well,
now.
I mean,
know what skibbity means.
It probably wasn't skibbity, but all I know is he's getting to the bridge where he no longer knows what's going on in the playground. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that bowl cut?
Yeah, the
That poor
Edgar.
kid, I roasted his ass so bad. Crazy. I was like, you look like the villain from Despicable Me 1.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, that shit was hilarious.
He was like, oh shit, really? Really?
You think so?
Like, don't cut
Yeah,
your hair
then
like that. That's a bowl cut. That was like a punishment back in our day. What are you doing?
Yeah. And then he's all, yeah. He's all, yeah, Monica can get it. Yeah. Shut up,
You
boy.
look like the villain from what was it? Despicable Me. What was his name? I see him, but I can't remember him.
Jason, yeah.
No,
the villain.
the villain.
Oh shit, I don't know, man.
I'm gonna Google that shit now.
Yeah, you're gonna have to.
The villain.
It will probably pop up Gru, yeah, like Mickey G
Yeah,
said, but it's not Gru, it's the other.
Bruce, it's there's his goofy little ass. What is his name?
I haven't seen that show.
Despicable Me.
It's a cartoon, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I ain't seen that one.
I have it on 3D. It's freaking awesome on 3D. It was one of the first 3D movies I bought.
It's not telling me his name.
It's the little kid bad guy, the one who steals the moon from Groot. Gru, not Groot.
Okay, well, I obviously haven't seen the movies.
I think it starts with a V or something. I don't know.
Vector.
Vector. Yeah, see. Yeah.
Yeah.
I knew it started with a V. I was close.
Very close. Let's see if I can. Whoops, why did it do that? Old lady Monica effed it up again.
We're here to fuck shit up.
Right.
So, Woody, I hadn't talked to you in a hot minute, dude. You been on any new adventures or go to any new spots or anything?
Yeah, I went to Santa Fe when when you texted me last time that y'all had a show. I was in Santa Fe. What did I do in Santa Fe? I did some boring ass star photography. I mean, they came out okay. I'd never been to Santa Fe, and it's beautiful out there.
Yeah,
but god dang, dude, the city is overrun with bums. I couldn't believe it.
Like Austin, huh?
Oh yeah. Oh, maybe worse, man. No, I can't. I don't think it can be worse than Austin, but there were drug addicts everywhere. It was shocking. I was like, what in the hell? And then we're in the McDonald's because that's all we could freaking eat when we're there. And some guy was coming up to the window and flexing at my 12-year-old son. And it was weird. And I didn't have a gun with me or nothing, but I kind of caused a scene in there because I said, let that motherfucker come in here, I'll stomp his ass. And everybody's just like, I guess because they're so used to that kind of behavior, but we're not, because that doesn't happen over here.
Right.
But that guy was really threatening. And it was a little shocking. But I did finally get to go to the bridge from Natural Born Killers, where Mickey and Mallory tied the knot. That was really cool. Yeah. The only thing that sucked about that was there was 1 million people there. I wasn't expecting that. I thought this place was kind of chill, but there was 1 million people there, and I'm an animal lover. I'm sure Breezy knows. I'm a big time animal lover. There is these beautiful rams over there, and these idiots were trying to like coax it out in the road so it would get hit.
What?
Like, oh yeah, it's annoying. And I'm like, leave the fucking thing alone. Like I was taking photos of it because they're all over there. Their natural habitat is that, that's where they live. And I was getting a little irritated with that. I'm like,
I would have too. You're like, why don't you wander in the road, dipshit?
Yeah, and another thing I noticed, we're so common courtesy. I'm a photographer. Usually, if I see somebody at a spot, I'm going to wait for you to get out of the way, and then I'm going to take my family over there and take photos. These people were from Europe, and they just walk right in front of you, and me and my wife would look at each other and say, really? Like, what the fuck? They're just really rude, man. And but it was cool going to where Mickey and Mallory tied the knot. That was on my bucket list for a long time. That was cool.
Well, that's awesome.
But other than that, I made a few videos at Canyon Lake because the water levels are so low, and that's getting really popular on TikTok. I got like 63,000 views or some shit. That's like a record for me. So I bought a new camera. Long story short, it's a 360. It's a really badass camera, and I'm doing voiceovers. So I'm actually going on the 13th to the Devil's Backbone Tavern, or the Devil's Backbone. Y'all familiar with Devil's Backbone in Texas?
Yeah.
I'm going to make a short film there and do a voiceover and see how that goes. Just kind of test out the waters. So that's a place I've been wanting to do a film at for a long time, but I never had the courage to do it. Like, I hate the way my voice sounds. You guys have no idea. I hate it. And when I did that voiceover, people in the comments are like, dude, do more voiceovers. This is badass. And I'm like, okay, I guess I'll do it.
Well, cool.
And my lip does this thing, so I don't talk. I don't talk usually in the camera. Every time I do, I'm like, what the hell's my lip not moving for? It always does that. And it's like my I can't stand it. So yeah, that's
everybody's their own worst critic, Woody.
Yeah, I know. And
I was at Jefferson last year. This was funny. I was at Jefferson last year.
East
Texas. This guy comes and lays a card on my table and goes, hey, man, if you ever need any voice work done, let me know.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah. And I handed him my card. I said, well, if you ever need any voice work done, let me know.
You let me know. Yeah.
Oh, shit. Is Jefferson East Texas?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's where they have the Bigfoot conference, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where I was.
Okay.
Yeah. I was like, yeah, I think I'm set with voiceovers.
Yeah, because you got a good voice.
He does.
Thank you.
Yeah, all of y'all do.
No.
We're heading to Marfa.
Really?
Yeah, we're going to Big Bend. I'm going to do a video on the Marfa lights. I'm going to do a video on the air base. There's an old air base that's out there. And what else? I'm going to do like a Texas dead spot where I just go to these abandoned places and just do.
Hey, hit the abandoned or the semi-abandoned towns, because I'll tell you the creepiest town I have ever been in. What I can't even remember the name of it. I know it's off of 10.
It's off of 10 out west.
Yeah, out west.
Was it Kent?
I don't know what it was, but it was like the scene of a horror movie. Like I was expecting zombies to come shuffling out of these. Like every building in town was like broke down.
Yeah.
Broke down. And I went to a Sonic there because I hadn't had anything but gas station food for like 2 days. I was doing a trip with my brother, and I was like, dude, I got to eat like something that isn't prepackaged. And Sonic was the only thing there. Yeah. And I was like, it was so remote and so
at least they had
abandoned looking. I was afraid to eat the food.
Yeah.
Because I was like, these nuggets got to have freezer burn. Like, I'm afraid to eat it.
I don't know. I think I told y'all before. The weirdest town I've ever been in was Benton, Arkansas, and that was when I did the film location for Sling Blade. Weirdest town. I was nervous. The cops were following us around, and I don't have warrants, but it scared the hell out of me, man. It was just man, that was a weird town.
Nobody wants to get on the wrong side of a Southern sheriff.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
So speaking of the food thing, I just learned this today, or not learned it, but I guess heard it. And now I'm not switching gears. I just got it because it's fresh in my memory. So the Battle of Waterloo, right? You know what I'm talking about? Where the little dude
Napoleon.
Yeah, Napoleon, yeah. So like there's like 2,000 something people that died there, right? And then like they only had 2 confirmed bodies that they found out of all the thousands of people that died at Waterloo. Mm-hmm. And then sprang up this thing called the Waterloo Sugar Factory. And one of the ways to make sugar, and from sugar cane to what we know as sugar, is through bone pieces. You know, it's through grinded up bones. So the whole thing is that factory was really using all the bones from they went and dug up the battleground and powdered all the bones up and made a bunch of sugar and distributed it all over Europe and the United States and everything. Yeah. Because there was an animal bone shortage back then because of the Industrial Revolution. So they were running out of animal bones. So they went, we got an idea.
There's a whole graveyard full of bones over the fence.
Yeah.
So nobody will miss them.
Right. Sonic made me think of that, you know.
Jeez.
So there was bone powder in your sugar.
Yeah.
That's
Napoleon bone powder.
Yeah. That's some nasty voodoo crap.
Yeah, that's voodoo.
Yeah, that's like the makings of goofer dust.
Yeah. Hey, isn't that voodoo stuff where they bury shit in jars, right? They put all that shit in jars and
well, there's curse jars you can bury.
Curse jars, yeah.
But goofer dust is different ingredients like ground into a powder. And you
I've bought some of that before.
That's what they say the Skinwalker does.
Yeah, but with Skinwalker, Skinwalker does a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
What I remember specifically is they'll get bone fragments and throw them, and you'll get bone under your skin, and that's how they get into your head.
Yeah.
Isn't that the shit from Serpent and the Rainbow that he goes to buy? The zombie.
There's zombie dust, but that's more voodoo. That's
Oh, okay.
But it's not goofer dust. It's similar. It's similar.
I'm gonna call it gopher dust.
Where the hell?
I'm gonna end up calling it gopher dust.
Goofer.
Yeah.
Well, you go ask the voodoo priestess how they came up with that name, and you say it just like that.
So what's
I
everybody
have
got
no-
going?
I'll take a
going
step
on in the
back.
future?
And we'll see what happens.
Yeah. So what's everybody got going on in the future? Like what projects or anything?
Well, we're still. I mean, me and Monica and our group, we're still in the middle of a private investigation for Dogman Ranch. But
Awesome.
Got to get out there. We have a conference happening in Richmond, Missouri in September
yes,
that will
Really
be
cool.
here before I can turn around, I'm sure. But other than that, other than, trying to think of things to talk about on a podcast on the weekly,
Yeah.
I don't have like just a ton going on. I mean, I'm open for investigations. I'm open for
Yeah. I
for
think that's
projects.
So it keeps us going, like
Yeah.
it's an interesting world out there, and there's people, just think about it. There's people other than us that aren't like us that think about this for a second. They go to bed and they wake up and they do the same shit every day. And that's how they live life. They retire. I'm not talking about my father-in-law, but people like
Maybe
him.
But I'm not.
Yeah, I say me and him got into the biggest argument, not a big argument, but just the way he sees things versus the way I see things. But that's what keeps us engaged in things. I try to keep a lot of things on, keep it fun,
Yeah, I mean, I have a friend who has never really traveled outside of like Texas and
Yeah.
maybe a foray into adjoining states, but he hasn't like gone to Cali. He's never been to California. He's never been to Washington, never been on the East Coast, never been in the middle of this country. Like,
Yeah. Why?
only
It just doesn't want to go? Just
Texas.
Just
Yeah, I
doesn't
mean,
wanna-
I don't know. Yeah, I mean, he grew up not going anywhere, didn't have any ambition to go anywhere. And you get into like the small communities. A lot of the time has to do with finances, right? People can't afford to go
yeah,
anywhere.
absolutely.
Right now really sucks. Nobody can afford to
Yeah.
do shit
I
right
know.
now. But, they're born in a small town. That's all they know. They might go the next county over or two or three counties over is like,
Yeah,
crap.
watch it out.
yeah, watch us slow down. Yeah, and I do think about that too, that there are people in the world that only know this little bubble,
Yeah.
and I've traveled all over the US, but I've never traveled internationally.
I
I've never
won't.
been outside of the
I don't
US.
think I will. I don't know. I don't think I will.
And I'm sure, I'm sure international travelers would look at me thinking, well, she just lives in this little bubble.
Right.
She's not doing, they would view me like I'm viewing somebody who won't leave their county.
Yeah.
OPR says, doesn't it take like 6 months to drive through Texas?
Yeah,
Oh,
it does.
dude.
Yeah, it can.
It
certainly feels like it when you hit West
awesome.
Texas. I'll tell
Yeah,
you that.
It's just one big strip of ugly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's funny because it is further from tip to tip from Texas than it is from one tip to Texas to Los Angeles.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Because once you get out of Texas, it's
You're
kind of-
halfway there.
yeah, you're not like it's not.
Oh yeah,
that
those states
much
are
further.
flying by.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're like, what?
Time.
Only 4 hours to get through the whole state? Like, it took me 6 just to get halfway through.
Yeah.
From Austin to Dallas and Dallas to Arkansas. Like, that's a good 7-hour run right there.
And that's
You know,
what
and
sucks about this state. It's just so hard to get out of it.
The other state that takes forever, or at least feels like it takes forever to get out of, is Tennessee. If you start on the lower corner of Tennessee and you're going
go to
diagonally,
like
that state never freaking ends.
yeah, like
Yeah.
I
Memphis
would
to
imagine
Nashville.
Florida's the same way.
Huh?
I would imagine
Yeah.
Florida's the same way.
Florida? Oh yeah, sure.
And
Especially
California, if
Yeah,
you're
going
going, if
south
you're
to
going from
north.
north to south, California will take you forever.
yeah, California top to bottom takes a minute.
That's a pretty big state.
Yeah.
But it doesn't have no girth. It's just thin and long.
It's like a
Yeah.
Yeah. There's some
Had good.
pretty areas out there that I want. Like I want to go to the where they caught Charles Manson, like the desert of California. Like I want to go out there. I think it's called Barstow.
Oh.
Barstow, Barstow's,
It's a trap
Barstow's like,
can.
Really?
Barstow is so
Yeah.
gross.
I see.
That's
This
cool.
is why I need to find out. I don't know anybody
No,
that's
go
been there.
experience it by all means. But to me, it's just like this, 4-way stop wasteland in the desert.
Yeah.
It's so
yeah.
nasty.
So what were you doing over there? Did you do
Driving
like a
through it.
Yeah, just driving through it.
Trying
See,
to
I
get
wanna-
away from it.
I want to see these places, but I don't want to stick around too long. Like Hollywood, I want to go really bad to see the old Hollywood stuff, see some old graves, But we all know what's going to happen in Hollywood. I mean, the bums are crazy. They'll stab you for no
Yeah,
reason.
they will.
Are y'all familiar with Scott Michaels, dearly departed?
I think so.
He's all over YouTube. He's been on TV. He had a tour like he had a Manson tour, murder tour. He's a death hag.
I know this dude. I know this dude.
Great guy, man.
He did the chick that jumped from the Hollywood sign.
Yes.
He's all metalled out. Looks like
he's a bald guy.
oh no, never mind. I'm thinking of the long haired dude. He looks like that dude from looks like Lemmy. Yeah.
Oh no. This
From Lenny
guy
and Squiggy.
Yeah.
This guy he did it's dearly departed tours. Like he would
That sounds really familiar.
Yeah, he'd take people on these tours and show them like the horrible side of Hollywood of shit that's happened.
Have to dig deep for that.
Yeah, right.
That's
Like,
pretty shallow.
He did one on I guess there's these impersonators in Hollywood. They impersonate like Spider-Man and Superman.
Right.
Well, the Superman guy, and this was a few years ago, the Superman guy that would pose with people and shit. Well, they found him. I guess he went into one of those Goodwill lockers and got trapped and with his costume, and he's hanging halfway out of it, and that damn thing is still there. That's kind of stuff that he makes videos on. It's really interesting.
Okay.
Yeah, and he did the whole Manson tour thing.
Back to Barstow, if I'm not mistaken, that's the scene in Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas where he goes to the little phone booth. He's like way out in the desert, and then he's like, if I go left, I can go. It's a clean ride all the way back to LA. If I go right, blah blah blah, back in Vegas or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And and then that's where Gary Busey, the cop, pulls him over, and he's like, "It's really lonely out here. Can I just get a kiss?"
That's probably where, right? I mean,
yeah.
They filmed all kinds of places out there.
Mm.
Yeah.
The biker gas station or bar from Terminator 2 is out there somewhere too. It's still there. It's like for sale. It's a little rundown building.
They're all rundown buildings.
Well, I know Bigfoot Dwarf just did a video on where they caught the Night Stalker, Ramirez.
Oh, Richard Ramirez.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Where the
He works,
down.
Yeah, he works right down the street from it.
Oh wow.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like East Los Angeles or something, right? Where they
Yeah.
Yeah.
East LA.
It's called East Los.
East Los. Yep.
East Los.
East Los.
East Los.
Let the suckers forever.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, you missed that one when we had that dude down.
What's up, dude? Here's the kid that says yeet.
Yeet.
Tell him what yeet means.
Yeet is like something you like when you like throw throw something, you say yeet.
There you go.
You yeet it.
Hi, Breezy.
What happened, little man?
Hi, Dad.
Hey, tell him real quick what you got in trouble, or what you tell that kid that was picking on you.
He unlocked ultra chromosome.
Stop. Okay, go. You
And
didn't say
also,
that.
I also said you unlocked ultra autism.
No, you didn't
I
say
did.
that.
I did too. I did.
Well, that's not nice. That's not
That's
what you
mean.
do. Yeah, that's mean. All right, babe. Take the damn dog with you.
And I also told him that he had an A+ in lunch and an A+ in diabetes.
Yeah, the kid was making fun of his height, so he.
And he was autistic too. He ran like this.
Oh, you don't make fun of. That's why I told dude, you're gonna go to hell. Go.
There's a
Yes,
fine
sir.
line.
I'm dragging you down with me.
All right, love you. Damn kids.
And A plus and lunch and A plus and diabetes. That was rich. That was
Yeah,
rich.
he
That was,
doesn't really have much of a filter. That one.
I'm just saying, like, if you're gonna start some shit, be prepared to receive it as well. I don't give a
Yeah,
fuck who you
that's-
are.
that's
I am
Yeah.
not a bigger person always.
Yeah, and you know he's a great kid, and so the first day of school, or like the first week of school, we got a call. He never gets in trouble, and the lady is the principal lady's like, your son, this little girl just lost her dad.
It's kind of like this. It's kind of like.
Hold on, I'm talking.
It's
Yeah.
kind of like this.
So he drew a picture that said "rest in peace," and it was like, I guess her dad. Well, that little girl took it as, oh my God, this is horrible. And so the whole school, and Cash was like, no, I was trying to give her a card, like saying, hey, I'm sorry to hear.
sympathy card.
Yeah.
And so I went into school the next day and I had a meeting with this principal, and I was like, look, because he's brand new at this school. I was like, look, my kid's not like that. He's not mean to people for no reason. He didn't mean it like that. And sure as shit, right? You're not in trouble ever. You just cuss a lot at home.
I get it from you and Mom.
Yeah, true.
Where did you get
Both
this?
sides of the family didn't have a chance. Didn't
No,
stand a
no.
chance.
Dude, that was the ultimate 80s commercial where he's like, oh, who taught you this? Dude brings out the bar. Who taught you? I learned it from watching you, Dad.
Oh yeah,
Y'all remember
dude.
that one?
Yeah, the pot.
The
Yep.
pie, or the dad's grilling the kid
It was
about
on the
the
back
pie.
of the commode.
I'm actually now getting good at athletics.
Yeah. Well, hey, we're in a podcast.
No, I mean like
Tell me
in
later.
PA we were playing knockout. I went against Trigger and Cooper, and I survived to the end of the period. And
Good.
I beat Trigger. He's like makes all of his shots, but he like missed this one, and I shot it from the free throw line, and I made it.
Awesome.
Same
Well,
with Cooper.
give me 5. We got all goddamn weekend to talk about that. Love you.
You want me out of you?
No, leave him in here. Take your dog with you.
Take you
Love, bye,
down.
good night.
Good night.
No,
Nyla, man.
Love you.
He's like, yeah.
Yeah.
We had ice cream earlier. There's a new flavor. It's like bananas fudge or something. It's Bluebell.
That's not new.
It's new here. No, you remember those popsicles? Well, now
Bomb
it's
Pops.
yeah, but it comes in the big ass thing.
Bluebell just did it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
I know exactly what you're talking about.
he's loaded up on that, man.
Oh, that'll do it.
Well, it's Friday night. He's got to have a good time somehow.
Right. That's right.
Got to load up on sugar.
Yeah. As long as it's not Neapolitan sugar.
Mhm.
Yeah. And Breezy, what about you? What do you got going on?
Man, I got nothing. No,
Well,
I'm literally as far as the podcast, I'm gonna try to stay strong. I pretty much missed all last month I was talking about earlier. So I'm gonna try to stay my due diligence and come up with some good topics. I've already got at work, I got a little notebook, so I'm already writing topics down that I'm gonna like kind of investigate and do. And I think next week I want to do a little bit about all that findings on the pyramids, so I can.
Oh yeah,
piss
the latest stuff.
Yeah. It was
That's
actually found in the 90s, but it's that dude went down and actually researched it and actually got towards the bottom of it. And
How
I'm
though?
gonna pick
How is he getting down there?
I'm not I gotta, like I said, I gotta do a little bit more, but he's got pictures and stuff, and they found, like he said, they found these pools of the bluest water he's ever seen, and in them were perfectly preserved bodies of humanoid creatures, but they weren't humans. You could tell, or they're hybrids, but they had the bluest eyes he's ever seen.
Pictures or
So.
it didn't happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
But yeah, I'm gonna piss Monica off because it goes down 2,000 feet. So that's screaming ancient civilizations. They didn't build that.
Okay, I mean, I want to see your research, and I'd like to see the irrefutable proof that he
Yeah.
actually went down there and found blue pools, and it's not just a bunch of bullshit on the internet right now.
Right.
I mean, we're all wanting to know what's underground, right? I mean,
Sure.
What's causing Bigfoot creatures to come out of Dulce, New Mexico that these locals are seeing that are coming out of the mountain?
The base?
Yeah, you've heard of that one, right? Dulce.
I've heard of the base under Dulce.
Yeah, and the weird Bigfoot creatures that come out.
Oh, there's all kinds of weird shit in that base that comes out.
Yeah.
Or supposedly stored. I don't know about coming out, but they supposedly have all kinds of crazy shit there.
See, I want to go out there. Oh, and in July, I'm going to Utah, and I'm gonna stay. So the Skinwalker Ranch is off limits. Somebody bought property right next to close to Skinwalker Ranch, and they have freaking camping. So I'm gonna stay my ass there, dude. And
That's cool.
Fly my drone around and see if maybe we see some weird stuff out there.
Fly the cheap one. Don't put the expensive.
Yeah, I know, man. That's the only way. It's right here. It's the only one I got, and it's a $5,100 drone. But damn, it makes some good content, man.
Dude, if that was a $5,100 drone, I'd have it in like one of those cut out soft suitcases and with the metal lining.
Yeah.
And I'd be like, oh, check it out.
Oh, yeah, I used to be like that. And like that's when I bought it. It's probably worth $2,000 now, but I've been doing a lot of real estate gigs, a lot of commercial real estate stuff with it. So I'd leave it out because I've been blessed to have some side getting money, because dude, I fly this sucker $125 for 10 minutes of work, dude, and I've been getting consistent on weekends. So
awesome.
That just popped in my head. Okay, so that spot that we were gonna go investigate, in
that town,
Old Park Hotel in Ballinger or whatever.
Yeah.
It's for sale. That dude's trying to sell it. And that producer that I had and director, Shane Bradford, he's really good friends.
Shane, yeah, he's on my Facebook.
Yeah. And he says he can talk that dude down to about $100,000 for that hotel. So yeah, I mean, if I had the freaking loot, but I guess, technically you could get a small business loan for it, right? I mean, because it's technically, it's commercial property.
If it went down to 100,000, shit, that's not that much. If you turn it into like a hotel or something, that's really,
or even in just for.
I mean, if you can turn a profit, or you could just rent it out for investigations.
That's
Monica. That's what Joanne does with Yorktown Hospital and Black Swan Inn.
Mm-hmm.
She makes good money off of that.
Have you done any investigations recently? Did you ever do that one at out in Cibolo?
No, it never came to. Yeah, Kim hasn't really said anything about it. So
I got a contact in San Antonio y'all might want to do.
Yeah.
It's never been officially investigated.
What place?
It's a haunted doll museum.
Haunted Doll Museum.
Yeah, I met. In fact, I'm going to have her on my show. Or, no, yeah, I emailed them. They hadn't emailed me back, but they invited us to go investigate it this last weekend at the, after the conference. We was like, oh man, we can't, can't do that. But yeah, she turned her attic into a haunted doll museum.
Her
Oh
attic?
wow!
Oh, I
She
thought
said
it was a
she's
standalone
seeing-
property. Okay.
I
So
think.
She's seeing
not
weird
only
I
are
may-
you
I may
going
be
to a
wrong. I
haunted
don't know.
doll museum, it's in a creepy ass attic.
Yeah.
Well, because I've got the flyer right here. So it is. Hell. The Haunted Dollhouse is what it's called.
I haven't heard of that one.
Yeah, look it up. And I've got, here's the,
Haunted dollhouse.
Yeah.
I wonder what she's seeing in there.
Right.
Oh, for fuck's sake, goddamn cat.
Give you a heart attack.
I didn't know he was in here. I'm all trying to look at that and I'm like thinking of ghosts and I hear that.
I actually, there was a woman that had her booth right across from Marina's Corner. And what she does, it's really cool. She goes to all these estate sales and she buys all this weird crap and she makes stuff out of them. She had these display cases like in case a vampire break glass and all this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And she had this doll that was in one of those old timey oval picture frames. And it was
Right.
under glass. And so I was talking to her. She goes, and it was down sitting at the bottom of her table. And I said, "What is that?" She goes, I got that. It creeps me out. I wish somebody take it. So I bought it from her. I bought it from her, and then about 30 minutes later, an hour later, I sold it to the chick that had the haunted dollhouse.
Oh, wow.
Sweet.
Heck yeah.
But
Nice flip.
I had Mary Lynn Bast, which is part of Pair with the Norm over on Beacon TV. She's a psychic medium. I said, hey, I said, you give me a reading on this, and you get anything off of it, She goes, I don't get anything off the frame. She said, but the doll. She goes, what I'm getting is it's like late 1800s, early 1900s, and the little girl that owned this doll died in a wagon accident. She lost either, I can't remember, she said one arm or both arms. So,
oh shit.
Yeah. But yeah, I've got a picture. I've got a picture of it.
Yeah, you do. I saw it. I seen it.
I seen it.
It's creepy looking, right? See if I can find it.
Dolls don't generally creep me out, but yeah, it was.
Yeah, I got
Rob into fits for sure.
Yeah,
I got rid of all those. I got rid of all those spooky dolls that I showed that one time. Monica, you probably remember.
Yeah,
maybe.
I remember those.
Yeah,
What
yeah, I
about
got.
the spooky dolls.
Yeah, those were, man. And my homegirl came over, and she's one of those weird, eccentric. She does like weird art and stuff like that. And I was like, oh hey, I was like, perfect person to load this stuff on. Good luck. Good luck with that shit.
I've got
you take it.
Yeah.
these things that are not dolls, but they're pretty creepy, and I'm pretty sure they're old as hell. Can you see those?
Oh,
They're
wow.
Yeah, that's
Priests
Yeah.
and stuff. Yeah. And
Wow. Where did you get that?
my mother-in-law had them for years, and then she didn't want them anymore, and she asked me if I wanted it, and I'm like, yeah, that's some creepy shit I can put behind me during
Yeah, there you go. That works. Heck yeah.
All right.
Mike Hunt says that's so weird. When Tex said he has a place to do an investigation, I immediately thought to myself, "Watch it be a dollhouse."
Watch it be done. Right. Oh yeah, I forgot we got comments.
That's that
Oh,
doll.
okay, let's see.
Huh?
That's
Oh
the doll.
wow. That's
Yeah.
crazy. Warning, do not open. Hell
Yeah.
no.
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah, I'm good.
Don't worry, I wasn't gonna.
I've also got a picture.
From that.
I've also got a picture of where'd it go? There it is. I was able to take a picture of a skinwalker and a goat man.
There you go.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So the dude with the coyote head on claimed that he had gone to a medicine woman in his or somewhere looking to be a skinwalker, and then when she told him, like, broke it down, like everything you
Yeah.
got to do, he was like, "Oh, I can't do that."
Yeah.
But what you think you had to do? Pet kittens? Like, you're a skinwalker. It's awful.
Oh
It's
yeah.
awful.
Right. It's like you want to be in the gang. Yeah, well, you got to get jumped in. Oh, I'm good on that.
Yeah, never
Yeah,
mind.
right.
I ain't messing with that shit.
I ain't taking an ass whooping. I mean, I just wanted to be in the gang.
I just thought it sounded cool, but never mind.
I watched Boys in the Hood the other day. I thought it'd be
Yeah.
fun.
That's a classic.
Right.
So I go, shit,
Yeah.
this is more like History X or whatever the hell that movie was.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh,
American
that's,
History X.
American History X.
Yeah.
that's an effed up movie, man.
Yeah, it is.
American Me is pretty effed up too.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's,
They all are at the core. I mean, whenever you
No, absolutely.
the campy ones are, they are what they are. But like when, as for being a person who's been through a lot of that stuff, like it gets and it not just like in a dangerous fashion. It gets really evil really fast. Like when especially like when you talk about a lot of those Chicago gangs and those cats up there, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. It's kind of like heavy metal, like you can have them being dark and evil, but then you get to something like Slayer and they're not playing one bit. They're like, no, we are talking devil worship here. We're not
Yeah.
we're not just beating around the bush.
not for commercial purposes.
Yeah, we're not Metallica, rain blood. We mean it.
What is that one group called Cradle of Filth?
Cradle of Filth. Yeah.
Yeah.
To me, Cradle of Filth was more like, and this is just my personal opinion, so if anybody out there is a Cradle of Filth fan,
Don't come for me.
don't attack me for it. I mean, you can if you want, because I don't care. But but they're more like the Marilyn Manson type of thing, like Slipknot. They're more gimmick. It's more gimmick than it is like, it's a shock value, and
Right.
that's what they're about. You use the most wicked imagery, like like Slayer. Well, Woody probably knows the damn album. I think Jake gave me the LP, but it's one with
Rain and Blood.
Rain and Blood. Yeah,
Yeah, the
And
cover on it.
yeah. The cover on it is there's nothing
Oh,
like shocking about it other than the freaking satanic imagery. Like,
Oh yeah,
It is.
the wrists are slit and there's blood coming down and it's a
yeah,
goat.
and the goat and the pentagram and all that. And
Yeah,
you're like,
so-
that's
I remember this very well in the 80s. It was the late 80s. And these old women stopped and told me I think I had an Aussie shirt on. And they said, well, you better make up your mind, son, because if you're listening to Ozzy, you're going to go to hell. And if you want to go to heaven, you got to just stop listening to all this stuff right now. It was very big, like the satanic stuff.
Yeah,
was
Well, that was
so. You don't
Satanic
even
Panic.
hear about it
Satanic
anymore.
Panic, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
was that Satanic Panic?
Yeah.
Was that what they called it?
Yep.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And I imagine in the South it was pretty. I don't remember it being a
Oh, it was
problem in
big down here, yeah.
California, but in the Bible Belt, I imagine that's like it was a big thing.
Oh,
Oh,
well,
yeah, they had record
West,
burnings, man.
West
I
Memphis
can
3.
remember them burning Kiss albums because a
Yeah.
rumor came out that it stood for Knights and Satan
Night and
Service,
Saint
Saint
services.
Services.
Yeah.
Yep.
which
Yeah.
it didn't.
I remember that.
Yeah. And then AC/DC stood for After
At
Christ the Devil Comes. Yeah. It was like,
Well,
no, it's electricity. There's a big electric bolt, AC current, DC current.
we did a show. Me and Paul did our morning show because we always talk about weird crap, and we was talking about where bands got their names from.
Mm.
And I was reading about AC/DC, and you know they just thought it was cool, you know, off the electricity thing.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, they had no idea that it was also it meant bisexual. They had no idea.
Oh, I didn't know that either.
I didn't know that
Oh,
either.
you didn't know that?
Oh, y'all didn't, man, that was a big thing. That was a big thing with AC/DC back in the day, man. Oh, they're all bisexual. You know, whatever. This was back in the 70s.
They're like, what?
yeah, and they were like, "What the hell are you talking about?" It's, you know, like electricity. You know, it's just
Talking
like
about
cool
fault
logo.
current. What are you talking about?
Wow, I'd never heard that because all their songs are about chicks.
Yeah,
Oh,
exactly.
There's never one that's like that dude was so hot, had my temperature rising.
Yeah, and see, the lyrics weren't even that bad, and there everybody was freaking out. But now you got these nasty. I'm not even going to say it on YouTube. It's just nasty music, and
Right, yeah. No, I know what you're
it's
talking about. Like the
it's like
modern
we went
pop.
from here to here, and we're like okay with that. Like, really?
Yeah.
Maybe
Well,
Yeah,
the thing about the whole 70s and 80s, you know, if you listen to some of them songs, and I didn't get it when I was a teenager. I did not get the innuendos at all. But now listening back to them, I'm like, oh dear God, you know, no wonder the adults were upset because they got all that stuff. You know, we didn't have no clue.
We just didn't catch on until
It's like songs like the song Mickey You're So Fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like if you actually listen to the lyrics.
Yeah. Because what she says is she's talking about backdoor stuff.
Yeah.
Nobody
Well, that
listened to the
hide it,
lyrics
though.
when they were listening to these songs back in the day.
Do what?
Yeah.
And by nobody, I mean the people in this panel. Like, you guys didn't actually listen to the lyrics.
I never put two and two together on a lot.
You know, I
didn't.
didn't know to listen to lyrics. I just listened to the beats of the music, and
See, I listened to just listen to the music, like the beats of the music for a while. But then when I was like 16, I had a boyfriend who was like, no, you got to listen. And it wasn't anything bad. It was just with some country song. He's like, no, man, it's deep. You got to listen to the lyrics. So I listened to the lyrics. And then every song I listened to the lyrics.
Yeah.
So I've known for a long time what some of these songs were about.
Yeah.
Well, I'll be honest with you. I didn't catch on to that song I was just talking about till a few years ago.
Till a few years ago.
Yeah.
You're like,
I'm,
hey,
I'm
wait a
driving
minute.
down the road and it came on, and I'm like, and she said, she's like, give it to me any way you want to, anytime you can, or whatever. I'll take it like a man. I went, wait a minute, what?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, one that got me was Life Goes On, John Cougar Mellencamp.
Mm-hmm.
Like that, if you really listen to the lyrics, that's fucked up. Like, yeah. If you
There's
really listen to
creepy perv stalkery
perv
songs out there
debauchery.
too, like,
Yeah.
real, like, oh, you know, she's what's that one?
Well, you got
She's
she's
on
on.
vacation far away.
Far away.
Yeah, I like my
that
girls a
one.
little bit older. What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he tells
Do the
her to
police need
keep
to be notified of that?
Right. And he tells her to
Well-
keep it quiet. When you leave, shut the door and remember this never happened type of stuff. Yeah, it's like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Well,
that's,
look at Don't Stand So Close to Me.
Oh
Mhm.
yeah. Oh, that one's glaring.
That
Yeah.
one's Blair. Yeah.
You know, and Christine 16 by
Yeah.
Kiss.
yes.
Kiss.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, Kiss.
I'm on what was it 17?
17.
Mhm.
Wiener. Yeah.
Yeah.
God, it's got such a good guitar in that song, though.
See that?
Right?
That's
It
what
does. It's got a
distracted
good
it.
riff. That ding, ding, ding. Yeah, it's a good riff.
Yeah, it's just
But
like
if that song comes on, you gotta roll your windows up.
yeah,
Well,
it's just like a
you want a good one. Plaster Caster by Kiss.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yep.
That's actually about that girl that's famous
yeah.
for having
the
all these
plastic,
casts.
The plaster. Yeah.
Yeah,
the two chips.
Yeah.
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
I saw her interviewed on MTV one time. That was cool.
Yeah. Back.
I actually
in the day,
watched.
right?
Yeah, I known about that chick for a hot minute since like I think the first time I found out about her, or it's actually her and her homegirl, but was back in the 90s when the Back to the Doors thing, when the Doors came out, there was a bunch of little bump off rip offs, and it was a movie about, it was called like Janice, Jimmy, and Jim, and they had the Plaster Caster chicks in it, and it was with Jimi Hendrix, of course.
Right.
That was like the spotlight of it. They're like, what's the most impressive?
Yeah.
And they're like, Jimi Hendrix by far. But that's how I found out about them. And then I watched a documentary not too long ago with the actual chicks in them. And now they're all, you like see pictures of them back then and you're like, yeah, totally. And now you're like, I would have had a horrible, that would have been a horrible impression.
Oh Lord! But yeah, I mean, there's a bunch of songs like that. I mean, I'm like,
Yeah.
you know,
So there was
Jack
one
and
song
Diane.
by
I mean,
Mr. Big. I don't know if you guys remember. It was "Be With You."
Yeah.
All right. If you
Yeah.
listen to the lyrics of that, and I could be misinterpreting it, but I remember listening to it then. I listen to it now, and he's like, one of the lyrics is like, waiting on a line of greens and blues just to be the next to be with you. And I'm like, what the
Yeah.
what do you mean just to be the next? The next.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're waiting on a line. What are you saying, sir?
Oh, I've never. Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
All
Yeah,
right. I
that
never
was-
realized that.
Somebody said that to me. I'd be like,
Choo,
excuse me.
Golly, they were putting hidden shit, but they had to. They
Yeah.
had to back then.
well, I'll tell you somebody that didn't, and that's Prince.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no. Prince gave no fucks.
Yeah.
No, he did not, man.
Yeah.
I mean,
His Diamonds and
out
Pearls
there.
album was like straight up pornography.
Yeah.
Prince was pushing it.
Yeah, I'm sure they had to
was
do.
it one song, Naughty Nikki, talking about masturbating with a magazine?
Oh
and-
no.
Yeah,
One of my
Yeah.
favorite songs from him is Cream. Guess what that's about?
Oh yeah, I remember that song.
yeah.
That was such a hard song to listen to when it would come on MTV. You just like, if you're somewhere, you just don't want to be in the room.
You don't want to be in a room with an adult if you're listening to it as
Yeah.
a teenager. I can tell you
Oh my
that. You're like,
gosh.
let's change the station. Let's listen
Yeah.
to
What was the other?
news
The,
radio.
what was the blatant one? It was like, I mean, they were all kind of blatant, but
Well,
it was
Raspberry Beret, or no, Little Red Corvette.
No, it was even more than that. It was. I don't even think they could play it on the
Cream's
radio.
pretty blatant. Like
No,
there's
it was the-
noises and everything in that song.
It was like I forgot what it was called, but it was like Fuck Machine or I forgot which one it was, but like they couldn't even play it on the radio. But I remember it was like,
With a name
Um,
like that, why not?
or maybe Sex Machine or something like that. Man, I can't remember it. Yeah, but yeah, it was Prince was yeah,
Zero shits given. That's
yeah.
I should have been censored Saturday night saying cowboy, but
Oh no, the adult version of "Tell Me More" from Grease.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Everybody in the crowd was like, "What the? Like what? What?"
Hey, y'all weren't the only ones because I'm reading the lyrics and I'm like, what?
oh,
And
that
I-
actually.
some lady I don't know across like 2 tables over, and we locked eyes, and I was like, and she's like, "I don't know."
That actually the what is it? The car song entered the Mandela effect from Greece because it's no longer hydromatic. You know that whole little spiel.
Yeah.
Like
Right.
it doesn't exist anymore. It's like the words. I'm like, I watched it and I was
What?
like, no, that's not how it freaking goes. Yeah, it's I forget exactly. I only saw it once, but I remember I was at work scrolling. And I was
Slowly
like,
morphing
yeah.
into a whole new universe.
Yeah, I was like, no, that's not how he says it. It's electromagic, hydromatic, whatever. Jen,
Hydrostatic or something like that.
yeah, Jen could tell me instantly if she was in here, but yeah, but it's not. And I think it is the word hydromatic. I'm like, no, it said freaking hydromatic. Well, whatever the word it was, it no longer exists.
Huh.
Yeah.
But I
And
mean, I can remember. It's crazy because you got high schools doing Grease as their musical,
Right.
you know, and I'm
Yeah.
like, what?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. No, actually, me and Monica were talking about that when we had lunch the other day. What was it? I said it the same way. I was like, not Saturday Night Fever, but
Oh,
the one that
yeah, it wasn't Saturday Night Fever. It was
it was the one before it. Saturday Night Fever was the sequel.
it's
Staying Alive.
Staying
Yeah,
Alive.
staying alive.
Yeah. Yeah, that movie right there, like they literally essayed that chick and threw her off the freaking bridge, and like, yeah, it's like, dude, that is not wholesome.
Yeah.
But everyone's like, oh, it's a great musical.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
wonderful.
yeah.
Like
Yeah,
West Side Story.
Yeah, it's so wholesome. Yeah, people stabbing each other with switchblades.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure Carmen gets essayed in that play
Yeah.
too.
Well, I mean, this one's always struck me as weird. Cats.
I've never seen it.
That
Like
was,
a fetish.
That's sad. That makes me cry. But the okay, so when they did the movie and they put the buttholes on the cats, that was the big controversy. Is it was a little too realistic with the costume.
You think? It's crazy.
People
Just
they make
slightly.
jewelry to cover up cats' buttholes in real life. Like you put it on your cat's tail, and when they stand up and walk around, there's like a little charm that hangs over
Oh.
their butthole to hide
Not
it.
these
And I'm thinking,
guys.
when they take a dump in the litter box, or if they're
Yeah,
grooming themselves, like how does that work?
Yeah, that's
Get that
weird.
stuck in their teeth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Southern Belle Bigfoot says 18 and over by Prince.
Mm. At least they're 18.
Oh, it was PUSSY Control. That's what it was by Prince.
Yeah.
Control. Yeah.
Yeah.
PUSSY Control.
That's the
My
one you
brother
always heard in the
OPP?
club.
play that song, Ralph.
Mhm.
And oh my god, it would be so embarrassing, dude. He'd play it in his Mustang really loud in front of everybody, and I'm like, oh my god, dude, don't play this
Who,
shit.
Ralph?
Yeah, you'd hear the stupid the music. It's just cringy. Like, oh dude, I gotta leave the room. Don't play this around me.
As kids would say now, that was so cringe.
Yeah. It really was, dude.
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess some people like that song, but I never got into Prince. I can.
Well, you're more of a metal dude.
Yeah, but dude, like,
Metal
there's
and
a
rap.
side of me that listens to music that you guys wouldn't even believe. Like, I was listening to Madonna the other day. Again, I'll listen to it with the windows up. without anybody else knowing. But I listen to Wham. You know, it's
Well, you need to. Okay, so I think to appreciate music, you need to be open to all music.
oh yeah,
And I gripe at my husband about that because he is a metalhead, like hardcore metalhead, and I give him crap because I'm like, you can't say that you like music if you just automatically close the door to everything without giving it a shot.
right.
You know, I'm not telling you got to like dance through the room with me or, you know, hop
Yeah.
up and start jamming. But, you know, like you can't close the door to other, you know, options. I mean, he listens to heavy metal and he listens to smooth jazz. Those are the
That's weird.
total opposite.
Yeah,
Those are
total
his
opposite.
two music go-tos.
Yeah. Yeah, see, like me, I love my metal, but I don't like the new stuff.
Yeah.
I'll listen to my 80s music. I love Depeche Mode. I love
Mhm.
country. I love real country, like the old stuff. But I like house music
I like house.
because of the club scene that I was in. I love all those songs. And
I like bass.
I like ESG, which is a rapper from Houston that I don't even know if he's alive anymore, but I'll listen to his shit sometimes.
He is. He's old.
Is he old?
looks
I'm
really
surprised
old. Yeah.
he's still alive. But I'll listen to I listen to old rap from the 90s. I like the death row shit, but I don't like
See,
No
none of
Limit.
this stuff. That's for
I
damn
don't even know if you can call it rap. I don't know. Okay, I don't know enough about it. But I like the Run DMC and the
yeah,
you know
the good times. Those are the good times.
Beast
When I
Boys
listen to NWA, I still sing F the Police while I'm
Hell yeah,
doing
dude.
down the highway like I was
Hell
16.
yeah. Or Ice-T, Cop Killer. Oh,
Yeah.
that's pushing it.
Oh, yeah.
Ice Cube and the Lynch Mob.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
I used to have
Second
that
beat.
tape, dude.
Yeah.
See, I didn't get it. See, I never got into any of that. I just like, I don't like that stuff. I
Yeah,
think it's
Lynch
called
Mob
gangster
had
rap.
that.
I never got into that.
Yeah, it was gangster rap, but
Yeah,
like
I
it.
don't know, man. The 90s were just, we were talking about that earlier. My kids, they were like, man, we would have loved to live in the 90s and be around the gangster rap. Like,
Oh yeah.
that was the
was a
80s
great
son.
yeah.
That was late 80s, early
It was.
90s. To me it all stopped in right before 2000. Like after No Limit took over, you know, and
Yeah.
you know, and then that's when it like I was over. So everything my kids know is all like, you know, DJ Screw or No Limit
Yeah.
and backwards, you know, through time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My poor son has to listen to my playlist, which is a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
Like,
You got to have a
mostly
little bit of
80s,
everything.
but a little bit of like country, pop, classical. I've got the soundtrack to Phantom of the Opera on there. Like,
Oh yeah, that's another thing. Soundtracks, dude. I play
Yeah.
when I'm at the gym. I play Conan the Barbarian because
Yeah.
it really makes you push through things, and that's a me and Jake thing, you know, for back in the day.
that's like my
And-
husband's favorite movie. I swear, he's always
Oh, dude, it's such a
Yeah.
great movie. Such a great
Oh.
revenge movie.
yeah.
I'll listen to Natural Born Killer soundtrack a lot.
That's a good soundtrack.
Dude,
Actually,
that's awesome soundtrack.
anything Oliver Stone does always has a
Yeah.
really good freaking soundtrack to it.
Yeah, U-Turn, the movie U-Turn, even that was freaking awesome soundtrack. They got a lot of good Johnny Cash on it, and yeah, I love. And Lone Wolf McQuade, I listen to the hell out of that one too. What is that? It's an Italian. The guy that does all the spaghetti westerns. It's that
Okay,
You talk-
Inicio or
no, are you talking about the actor? You're talking about the
no, the
actor?
guy that does the music for all the spaghetti westerns.
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
with the whistling and
He did the good, the bad, and the ugly. He did all
yeah,
three of
the
those.
harmonica and
Yeah.
I want to say it was Inicio. He's Italian, but goddamn,
I keep thinking Lee Van Cleef because now I'm thinking
No,
of the
no,
actor.
this
But
guy's
yeah,
like-
yeah. No, I know exactly what you're talking about. And tomorrow I'll wake up at like 3
yeah,
in the morning and be like, blah, blah, blah.
yeah. I want to say it's like Inicio something, but he makes all the great Western songs, and I mean, just awesome stuff. I like listening to that stuff. It's good music.
I gotta bounce, guys. I am tired.
Yeah, I'm about out
I'm
here.
gonna, I'm
too.
gonna hang for another 10 minutes or so. I've been getting up at 5. My wife gets me up every morning at 5, and I was sleeping in for a while, and now I'm like,
How kind of
oh,
her.
yeah. Hey, happy wife, happy life. So
That's true. That is, yes, it is. That is true.
yep.
Thanks for having me on, Breezy.
Inyo Mauricio.
There it is. Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah, absolutely. Thank you for coming on, Monica.
Thank you, Monica. Good
to
seeing
see you,
you.
Woody.
Yeah,
We'll
we're
see you
gonna.
next
Yeah, we'll
time.
probably be on another 10. Yeah, we'll wrap it up that way. Jim's not like, oh, you had to wait till I went to bed before you got out.
Yeah.
Unhappy wife, unhappy life.
That's exactly
I'll
right.
be texting you soon. You guys have a good night.
You too.
All right.
man.
We'll see y'all later. Good night, everybody.
I know. All right.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah. Hell yeah, man. I appreciate you coming on, brother.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Yeah, I hung in there. Yeah, Haley, like, so I changed it up, man. I was like sleeping in till 6, and then we went back to this 5 a.m. shit. So it's weird, man. Going to bed, like, the time change screwed me up.
Yeah, that'll do it.
So, like the first night, it felt like I was going to bed at 8. So I would lay in bed, dude, and just feel like I was awake. And I would look at the clock and it'd say 11. And I'm like, really? And then at 4:45, you wake up and you're like, oh, dude, the alarm's about to go off and I'm dead tired. It sucked, dude. But I'm starting to get used to it. Like, we're like old people. We go to bed at like 9, 10. 9,
Dude,
10. It's hard.
Yeah,
man.
it's weird. It's like I don't know if you ever seen the new Vacation movie, where it's just like Rusty's taking his kids to Wally World or whatever.
No.
But they got you gotta watch it. But there's a point where they're going down the rapids and like they don't know it, but the rapid guide dude is like he's going like thinking about unaliving himself. He just broke up with his girlfriend. He's like, yeah, over there you can see. And then like when they look over there, he's like, oh, my life is worthless. So there's a point where it's like easy rapids and it's all don't go or you will die. And like aims the whole boat with them.
Oh wow.
But that's
a
how
new movie or what?
Yeah, well, it's like I think it's like maybe 6 years old, 7 years old.
I didn't even know they came out with that. Who's the actor?
Dude,
Who's playing Rusty?
It's
It's not Anthony Michael Hall.
No, it's one of the new actors. I can't remember. I don't even know the dude's name, to be honest. I just have to think about something. He's the dude who pulled his tooth out in
in the
Hangover. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But anyway, the point is like that's how our lives, getting older between me and Jen has gotten. Like she's like, no, I want to take I want to start getting up early and going to bed early, and I'm like, party, party I'm like, I'll go to bed 3:30 in the morning, no problem. She's like, dude, I don't want to be hungover. I'm like, I'm like, I'm not changing, man. I'm being me.
Yeah, that's what my wife does. Is she just makes she knew I was on a podcast tonight, but like say tomorrow night if I stay up a little bit,
right,
she'll give me grief about it.
Yep.
That's how it is. You've been married a long time, yes.
Yeah.
That's how it is. Man.
Yeah, I'm on number 2. So number 2 on marriages. So yeah. But the first one didn't get that way. It actually almost ended with the partying, because even though I was doing tours and doing shows and all this wild antics, like back at the home front, it was just as hairy, but just her. So I'm like, come back and like, you ate that many freaking pills like
Yeah.
in one weekend, you know, come on now. That was enough for a week. You know, I'm like, but so on this one it's kind of different. I'm watching the old age creep in, but I'm not
Yeah.
accepting it, you know.
Right.
So, you know, I'm just like, no, dude, that's still freaking party. Like at the cult classics, man, freaking me and one of the actors, dude, that we partied all freaking day during the convention, and then after the VIP party, we partied till like I want to say like
Is it the
6:30,
Greasy
7.
Strangler guy?
No, this is another dude. I won't I won't give him away,
Yeah.
but yeah, we partied till like fucking 7 in the morning, dude, like
Oh
hard.
shit.
Yeah, and Jim's like, I don't know about you. I'm fucking going to bed at like 6:30. I'm like, all right, just give me another 30 minutes, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm not giving in yet. That's for damn sure.
Yeah. Hey, you only live once, man.
Right. Yeah, and plus I can't see myself being that dude. Like imagine like if you were to visit me and not talk to me and visit me in 5 years and I was like not breezy, but some normal cat,
Yeah,
you know.
I would be like, nah, this is not breezy, dude. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
But see,
not normal.
I started getting normal, I guess. Shit. It wasn't that many years ago. But this has all been instilled in me because of Haley, my wife. You know, she told me when she got with me, you got to settle down. You can't drink so much. You can't party. And I just got out of the club scene, and I, you know, I had to get a job. I never had like a regular job, man. I was a club
Right.
promoter, so I like had to. I remember I was changing oil, man. It was like a shitty job, man. And
Yeah, it was all about side hustles and just getting it where you get it and just making ends
yeah,
meet.
yeah,
Just the party
surviving,
too.
you know.
Yeah.
And then
But
fast forward to now, I'm a fucking construction inspector, which is weird because I was always working for people, and now I'm that guy that, yeah, it's weird.
They-
Like I tell people what to do daily. I'm like, nah, this fails. You guys are fucked up, and it's just weird doing that, you know. Like
yeah,
today,
being that guy. Yeah.
yeah, like, and I don't like to be mean and shit, but I like had to tell these contractors today that their concrete was all fucked up, and they thought they were closing the whole project today, and I pulled the rug out from under them on a Friday. Then nope, I'm not finalizing any of this until you guys fix these problems, and what I say goes. You know, that's just the way it is.
You're officially that dude.
Yeah, and it's weird, man. But that's why we have to have our side hustles. And that's another thing, man. My coworkers and shit, you know, I don't like to hang out with coworkers. They don't understand me and I don't understand them. They'll ask me
off the professional level. Yeah.
Well, yeah, like they'll say, well, oh, I'm going on vacation. I'm going hunting in Huntsville, Texas. You know, what are you going to do, Woody? Well, I'm going to go look for ghosts in another town in Arizona. You know, we're just night and day.
Yeah.
They don't understand me and I don't understand them. You know, it's just, that's how it is.
Yeah. When people see me, especially when I was working for that big company that I worked for a while, for years.
3M?
Yeah. They like those people know me as a professional individual. You know, like once I'm outside of there, like, you know, I remember they had like ocean safety meetings and stuff. And they'd be like, well, you know, what's the first thing you do whenever you get off of work and you get in your car, you know, and they're like, put your seatbelt on, right? And I'm like, light up a cigarette? Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, get the fuck out of here. Like, no.
Right.
And then when I did go party with them afterwards, you know, the few times that I did, they're like, dude, you know, because I'd be like, you know, 4 shots, blam, 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 blam.
Yeah.
Give me a couple beers, double fisting, and
Yeah.
saying the most inappropriate shit you ever heard in your life. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah. So yeah, that is a weird thing.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
weird. But we just
Well, all
keep
right,
on
man.
keeping on.
Well, shit,
Yeah,
we'll
man.
wrap her up, and I appreciate you coming on
Hey, thanks for having me, man.
as always. Yeah, anytime you want to come on, man, just hit me up. I do this so through April. I'm gonna try to peg literally every Friday night at 10. I'm trying not to take any breaks or skip any shows or anything like that. So
Yeah, every night on Friday night at 10.
Friday
Yeah.
night 10 to about 12, or 11:30ish, whatever. So anytime you want to come on, man, and I'll remind you every like Wednesday or something.
Yeah.
You
Just
know.
remind me of I'm getting ready to go on this West Texas trip, so hopefully I'll get some good content or something I can share of experiences or whatever happens over there. Hopefully something cool. Maybe we'll see the lights.
Hell yeah. Well, dude, I was gonna say when you mentioned Marfa, if it lines up right, dude, I might just join you. You know what I mean?
Man.
Because
Well,
I've been
we're gonna
itching to
be
go
there.
down there.
It's gonna be Easter. It's either gonna be Saturday. I think it's Easter Sunday. Because
Okay.
we're going to Big Bend for Friday, Saturday, and then Sunday we'll be in Marfa. And then Sunday we go, or Monday we drive back early to
Okay.
get back to work. Yeah, it's
If I
like
can
a quick little trip.
Yeah, if I can swing it, I'm definitely
Yeah, let
down.
me know, man.
Yeah,
So-
because the only thing I really got up my sleeve, I got a homeboy coming from Phoenix. He's coming out Memorial Day weekend-ish for about a week, and then in July, me and Jen and the kiddos are going to South Padre. So
yeah.
so we're gonna go out there and freaking party down for about a week. Well, I'm gonna party down.
Yeah.
She can go to bed early if she wants and wake up and
Yeah.
drink her coffee on the beach.
Hell yeah, man.
But yeah, hit me up, man. Keep me posted, and we'll fucks with it for sure.
Hell yeah, man. Well, you have a good night, Breezy. I'll see you soon, man. Just give me a text.
You want to shoot anybody any info to your that video
Yeah.
you're shooting?
So follow me on TikTok. I've been putting some stuff on there. It's what do I call it? Woody's Lost Highway. There it is. Woody's Lost Highway. Skies of the Southwest Media on Facebook. Follow me there, and hopefully I'll have some good stuff for you guys by in the next few weeks.
Right on. Hell yeah. And if you need me for anything, man, just you already know, hit me up. Especially the Devil's Backbone stuff. I'll roll up there with you.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I want to make something out of that. I've been waiting for years, so I need to get like a little script together to read and go from there, man.
Yeah.
And
all right,
real quick, I'm going to Ocarina Springs again. They gave me permission to go photograph over there. I'm trying to get them to let Haley go with me because she's got to sign a waiver and shit. But I'm gonna reshoot that and make a longer video.
That's dope.
Yeah, hell yeah.
All
right, man. Well, have a good night, man, and
you too, man.
We'll see you next week.
Yes, sir. And to the chat, thank y'all for tuning in.
Yes, thank y'all.
Yeah, for real. It means a lot. One love. God bless. And keep searching for the truth because it's out there.